This video is brought to you by Card Kingdom, and while supplies last, if you mention Saffron Olive in your order notes, we'll hook you up with a free Saffron Olive sticker with any Card Kingdom order. Alright, rough drafts time. We are vintage cubing today. Tried to do something broken and also not die to broken things in vintage cube land. If you're not familiar with Vintage Cube, it's like all the best cards in Magic. Power 9, just busted, broken cards. So you can do some pretty powerful things when everything comes together. That is our goal. Maybe open some sweet Power 9, do some powerful things. My theory is pretty simple when it comes to Vintage Cube. Do broken things, stop broken things. In a perfect world, your deck does both. I think those are the best Vintage Cube decks. They're decks that can do something very powerful very fast, but also prevent your opponent from killing you in a similar manner. What I don't want to do in Vintage Cube, and this is partly my personal bias, but partly also that I don't think these decks are that good in Vintage Cube, is to be like White Weenie, random mid-rangey pile. If you want to be mid-range, you want to be ramping very heavily and trying to like cast a Primeval Titan on turn 3 or something. But yes, that's what we want to avoid. Also, I'm not a fan of red aggro. I know red aggro can be good in the cube, or at least it used to. I don't know if it still is. I assume it still is decent. But that's more my personal bias. I think that decks like White Weenie and just random, like, hey, I'm going to play some creatures and try to attack you and put a sword on them. Those decks almost always end up not being good, but in my opinion. But mono red can be good. I just don't like it. Well, okay. What is most broken in this pack? And I think this is a pretty easy answer. Channel is literally one of the most broken cards in the history of Magic. Literally a ritual that can add 20 mana on turn 1 or turn 2, which means it's very easy to combo with. All you gotta do is have an Eldrazi in hand and have 2 green mana, and you get to cast an Emrakul on turn 2. Like, it does not get much more busted than Channel, in reality. Otherwise, in this pack, let's pretend Channel wasn't here, and we weren't snap picking it and then trying to draft every Eldrazi for the rest of the draft. Let's pretend that wasn't there. What would we be looking at? Actually, this pack isn't that exciting to me. Brawl's okay in a Storm deck, I guess. Garruk we might play if it tables. Mystical Tutor is powerful. Mox Diamond is decent, but I mean, Channel just stands out far above all the other cards. This pack is more interesting, honestly. So we have Channel. We know we want to be heavy green. We know we want big Eldrazi. We have a couple of interesting options. We can take, like, random green creature. Rexage is actually decent, since there's a lot of, like, Moxin and Mana Rocks and so forth. Powerful artifacts and enchantments too, to some extent. Sulfuric Vortex, one of the best mono red cards. We can take Remand. I do, like, blue and green together. You get, like, the counters from blue and the broken ramp of green. Another interesting card is Oath of Druids. Oath of Druids can let us put our Eldrazi into play very quickly. The other problem, though, is it would require us not to play Mana Dorks, and it's really hard to say. I think we're going to take Remand here. It's really hard to say what direction we're going to end up going. We could be like a few big Eldrazi and mostly a control deck. We could be very creature heavy, and then all of a sudden, Oath gets a lot worse. Eureka could be funny if we get the right cards for it. Not a huge Heartbeat of Spring fan, even in a ramp deck, because it doubles everyone's mana. Terraston is fine, although it doesn't really work as well with Channel as we'd like. Eureka, if we get enough Eldrazi, Eureka's good. So far, we have not seen a single one. Cloudskate is kind of the only blue card. Yeah, let's take Terrastodon. Not a super exciting pack all around. Well, okay, Tooth and Nail. That's a nice backup plan if we don't have Channel. I do like Shardless Agent and blue-green decks. Devoted Druid would be fine. Yeah, let's take Tooth and Nail. Alright, Eldrazi 1, achieved! Ulamog the Infinite Gyre. I mean, it's not Emrakul, but we'll take it. Ooh, there's a Show and Tell, too, that could come back. That's worth keeping in mind. Random Ramp Creature. This one actually does work with Oath, since we sack it. Iona, if we actually go Eureka, would be kind of weirdly okay. Treasure Cruise, but are we going to get enough spells in the graveyard? Let's take Secure Tribe Elder. I feel like we're probably going to want to ramp when we're not winning on turn 2, or hopefully winning on turn 2. Vern Catacombs, good for a mana. Lets us splash potentially. Alright, Arbor Elf, I guess? Alright, take Arbor Elf. We'll see. We'll see where we end up. Garrett comes back. Well, green ramp-based strategies seem open. That is a bit of good news. Rex Sage, another card that I don't mind having in our main deck. See if Oath even comes back. Maybe it doesn't. It often tables, but... Alright, so right now, where are we at? We have a deck that can ramp into Garrix and so forth, and we have a deck that could potentially just Ulamog on turn 2 right now. If we can get like a Mox or something, could speed that up to turn 1. And for defense, a single remand, which, honestly, I don't even know if we're going to be blue or not. We could end up mono green ramp. Tooth and Nail's sweet, although right now, sort of, well, let's take Sword in the sideboard. I normally don't like equipment, but if we have a bunch of mana dorks, Sword of Fire and Ice does draw us cards. That's doesn't seem the worst, at least as a sideboard card. Normally, I found that in a lot of decks that I draft in Vintage Cube, I don't actually have enough creatures. All right, so we're not getting back. Well, that's fine. So we didn't get back Oath, which is fine. Which means we're pretty clear to go on the creature ramp plan. So right now it's looking like we're going to be a green, maybe mono green, maybe green X deck that can potentially turn to Eldrazi or can just try to ramp into mid-rangey big things. Eureka also didn't come back, which is a little strange. Eureka's not normally a super high pick. It's a card that you see table a lot, or at least I see table a lot. Another nice thing about it, where we're at now, and another nice thing about potentially being in blue is there are some blue cards that go very well with this strategy, which Opposition is one. Wow, man, green is so open, which is good news. These are like not playable cards. Oh my god, and Raphellos. Okay, well, I mean, I guess we're playing the green ramp deck. Sure. So one of them is Opposition. Another one is Upheaval. So those are blue cards that would more or less cement us into green-blue. Although, now that we got Raphellos, which taps for mana for each forest we control, we are going to want to be as mono-green as possible. This opens up a lot of possibilities, where just like Raphellos by itself can be letting us cast like Tooth and Nails and Eldrazi's pretty quickly. Ooh. Okay. This pack is pretty interesting. I almost think a green ramp creature will table. Preordain's fine, but not... I mean, it is good. It is good. Ugin is good. Mindslaver can also be good. Both of these are colorless, which means we can potentially turn 1 them, although turn 1 Mindslaver is not as exciting. At the same time, we're going to want as many ramp creatures as possible. Do we want Ugin? Let's take Ugin. Ugin is a nice get-out-of-jail-free type card. Just coming down, getting rid of everything on the battlefield if we need it to. Oh, man. Deranged Hermit is not a great card unless we find Opposition. If we find Opposition, then Deranged Hermit is a very good card. Could just take Charticourse. If we're going to be blue-green, we do want card draw. Prismatic Vista is also fine. Well... yeah, let's take Prismatic Vista. Like I said, we want to be as green-heavy as possible, but we also want to be able to cast other colors of spells, so... this pack does not offer much. We can take Pilgrim, but it makes off-color mana, but it still does make extra mana. Alright, take Pilgrim. We're not getting much card draw yet. Red and 6 would be okay. We have 2 fetch lands so far. Maybe just Vivian. Vivian digs and finds our creatures. I like Sylvan Library. Spell Pierce is also probably in the conversation, but we might be mono green still. So far, we have not hit any of the blue payoffs. Like, right now, let's look at what we actually have in this deck. We have 1, 2... All right, so we have random I win the game combo to cast a turn 2 Ulamog or Ugin. We have 5 ramp spells. Crucible of Worlds or Den Protector. Den Protector is a really bad Eternal Witness, but it still is an Eternal Witness. Primal Command is not bad. It answers pretty much anything. Excavator, I think we take that. If we open like Strip Mine or Wasteland, it could actually show up in our deck. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ramp spells. We're probably not going to play all of these random mid-rangey things. Like, I don't think we want Biogenic Use and Master of the Wild Hunt. Right now, we just have Sylvan Library as card advantage, although we have 2 fetch lands, which do work decently with it. Probably going to main deck the Primal Command. It doesn't do anything super well, but it does do a lot of things good enough. We should be getting back to that Incubation Druid Finhorn Elves back. Hopefully we get at least one of those two Mana Dorks back. And then we haven't got really any more Eldrazi. Haven't seen an Emrakul. We did pick up the Ugin, which is decent. Ugin's nice. It's not that impractical to just ramp into it with all of our Mana Dorks. So that is an upside. Tooth and Nail's kind of meh. All right, so we didn't get back Finhorn Elves, but we do get back Incubation Druid, and I wouldn't mind like Wheel of Fortune in this deck, but we'll take the Deranged Hermit, put it in the sideboard. So we have a bunch of creatures. Master of the Wild Hunt, Deranged Hermit, and Biogenic Ooze are creatures that if we happen to get opposition in our third pack, then they probably come into the main deck. If we don't find opposition, we might play like one of them. We're going to take Relic as a sideboard graveyard hate. None of these cards matter. Sure. Kitchen Finks, if we run into mono red, we will sideboard it in, and all right. So opposition, upheaval, card draw, I guess, is what we're mostly looking for. More ramp is also acceptable. All right, so what do we find here in this pack? Well, okay. Another Eldrazi. Could just snap that off. It does work with Channel. It gives us 2 Eldrazi to get with Tooth and Nail. And we can just ramp into it. Garruk's a good ramp spell that we would play. Kadama's Reach is a okay ramp spell. Factor Fiction is good card draw. Mana Drain is powerful. Basalt Monolith, more solid ramping action. So I think what we're going to do here is take Kozilek and hope that at least one of those ramp spells ends up tabling. Ooh. So this pack's very interesting. Sundering Titan's okay. Trigon Predator's good if we're going to be in blue. Miscalculation would give us a second counter. Time Warp is actually not horrible. And Survival of the Fittest lets us pitch random Mana Dorks to get... Oh, all right. Well, I guess we took Sundering Titan. Okay, well, Sundering Titan it is. Okay, oops. I don't know exactly how that happened, but... I mean, Sundering Titan was a card we were considering. It does give us another good channel target, and is probably one of our better Tooth and Nail targets. Ooze Fast Bond, which we don't really have any combos with. Another green fetch land in case we hit like a breeding pool. Hydroid Crosses is card draw. Works with ramp. All right, let's take the Craw. Elvish Mystic. Okay, there we go. Tropical Island is nice. That's going to make it a little easier for us to splash this tiny bit of blue. Finale seems fine. Garruk is okay against aggro, where you can fight small things, but Nissa is very, very good. Wall of Roots is also good, but we're not going to pass up on Nissa. Well, okay. It looks like we have a pretty solid blue. We didn't get any of the awesome cards we were hoping for. We were hoping for an upheaval, the awesome blue cards. We were hoping for like an upheaval type effect or something, but this feels like a decent green ramp deck to me with some explosive potential thanks to Channel and big Eldrazi's and so forth. So we're going to be almost mono green. We're going to have just a tiny touch of blue with Tropical Island, a fetch land, Prismatic Vista, probably like one island. Ooh, green. Wow. This is more interesting. Repeal's a okay spell. Green Sun Zenith is actually pretty powerful. Although we did just take Finale, and Edric turns all of our Mana Dorks into card draw. And we do have a lot of just random dorks, although not all of them can attack. Yeah, let's take Green Sun Zenith, I guess. Wow. Oh, it's all coming back around. Well, Garruk over Factor Fiction, I guess. Oh, Survival? Okay. Huh. No one's drafted green. Like, green is just as open can be. The bad news is this is going to actually make deck building a little bit harder. Man, we could go mono green if we wanted to. We have more than enough cards to be... All right. Ooze is actually fine. Wow. I don't think anyone's taking green cards. Like, it's just us. Seems like a pretty solid green ramp deck. Maybe we just go for consistency and just cut the blue. Maybe, I mean, we can splash it fairly easily, but we can also just not splash it. If anything, we have too many. Ooh, another, all right. That makes it even easier to splash blue. Maybe we'll see. This is actually going to be kind of a tricky build, just because we kind of have too many good green cards. We just got like every green card in the cube was passed to us, and no one else was taking them. Well, yeah. I mean, Pelucranos, fine sideboard option. Maybe we end up not playing Finale because Green Sun is just better. 2 Eldrazi. Yeah. We can probably go down, like, sideboard the Vivian. Although it does generate card advantage. Garrick, yep, put that in the side. Boy, we got every green card. All right. Well, how do we make this into a deck? Are we going mono green? We can probably play 16 lands. We have a million cheap ramp spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 1 or 2 mana dorks, 2 ramp planeswalkers, a card draw planeswalker, combo stuff. I think we keep Terastodon. Maybe we don't Sundering Titan in the main. Terastodon does something similar, and it's green, so we can Green Sun Zenith for it. I think Survival's fine to help find our big cards, and we can always keep shuffling our graveyard back in, so... Sylvan Library, I think we keep. Primal Command, another tutor. Maybe we're going mono green. Mono green, 16 lands. I mean, we could Lumbering Falls, Prismatic Vista. We could splash blue, but I think we just wait till sideboarding if we want to. Yeah. All right, let's add some forests and add 16 forests and just go to town. 16's got to be fine, right? 1, 2, 3. I guess the only risk with going with 16 forests is if our mana dorks just get killed, things could go wrong. But we do have a lot of cheap ramp. Maybe we don't play Courser? And do we want any of our, like, do we have enough top end stuff? I guess so. Early game ramp, mid game planeswalkers, top end Eldrazi. That seems like a reasonable plan. I guess the question is, do we want 16 or 17 lands? I don't think so. We don't want Excavator. I don't think we're gonna play this Garrick in the main. Stuff like Pelucranos, Master of the Wild Hunt, Deranged Hermit, all that can come in creature-y matchups. If we end up in a fair matchup, we have a lot of sideboard options where we can just gum up the board. But I think in game 1, we just want to be as fast as possible. All right, let's go. Yeah, let's keep Courser. Let's just go 16 lands. That's fine. I think that's fine. I mean, if you look at constructed decks, they have 60 cards. With this many mana dorks, what would they play? 22 lands? I think 16 in a 40 land deck is hopefully fine. Because we do have a lot of ramp. This should be fine. Well, we'll see. Our deck, we talked about in the intro, do broken things, stop broken things. Our deck has potential to do broken things. Not sure about stopping broken things. Well, all right, we'll keep mono red. This will be interesting. I assume this means Mana Dork, Death City. Evans' Pilgrim, go. On the other hand, if our Mana Dorks live, we can get to this Nissa quickly. And that hopefully gets us to like Tooth and Nails and Terastodons. We'll see. Could be like, is it control or something? Thankfully, Secure Tribe Elder is a ramp spell that does not care about removal. So that's a bonus at least. You know, it is it? All right, opponent, Flame Slashes, our Pilgrim. Well, play a land, let's go Devoted Druid. Devoted Druid's upside is, if it lives and we draw a land, we get to cast Nissa next turn. Voted. Passing. Well, there's a land. Well, tap. Untap. I guess we go for it. I mean, we came here to ramp. If you got a counter, you got a counter. Untap a land. Let's go attacking. I think if our opponent had removal, they would have killed Devoted Druid. Get in, hit our opponent. Secure Tribe Elder. And I kind of like where we're at. We have a ton of mana, which means we can do any number of very good things next turn. Like, any of these cards in our hand are suddenly active. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Opponent. Nahiri. Okay. Kills our forest. Well, we will get another forest. Yep. Opponent. Bazin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Untap. 7, 8. Yeah, let's play Ugin. Kill Nahiri. And opponent scoops it up. I mean, we had a lot of different options there. Well, that went very well. Opponent's playing some sort of Grixis-y control-ish deck, and our deck did what we wanted to do, which is just kind of go over the top. Against a Grixis control deck, we didn't see any artifacts. Jeez, are we really going to go down? Yeah, let's go down Rexage. We might regret this and go up Vivian. Run it like that. Well, that's what we want to do. The other nice thing in these controlling style matchups for our deck is, actually, we probably want Sundering Titan. Ugh, can we get it in time? What can we cut for it? Yeah, let's go down Primal Command. Sundering Titan's actually really good against a 3-color deck, because we get to blow up 3 of their lands, and that puts our opponent way back. Well, that went pretty well. We'll see. It's also possible our opponent just had like a slow, somewhat fairish hand. All right, well, we got Ramp. We don't have any finishers, but we do have Ramp, which is fine. Oh no, I forgot to pull up the chat here. Opponent, Inspiring Vantage, passes. Land and Arbor Elf, pass the turn. Mountain for our opponent. Thraben Inspector. And the Flame Slash. Yeah. Well, we are going to want to draw some big things. Our ramp plan's going fine, but so far we got no top ed. Opponent. We were drawing many of our 16 lands here on the top of our deck. Oh dear. Okay. Well, that's a good card. This could spell bad news. Yeah, okay. That could have been worse. I mean, it's not good for us, but we do have big things that can get rid of it. Let's Green Sun Zenith. X3. Take... What do we take? Let's just take Courser. Alright, Tooth and Nail on top. Well, that's something to work towards. We are going to need more mana for it. The incidental life gain is also helpful. Right now, Lyra is a 4-turn clock. Alright, opponent Metamorphs. How about Lyra? Courser, land on top. Sure. Opponent, combat. Gets in with Lyra. Yeah. Down to 15. Opponent passes. I'll play the land, gain a life. Then Protector, face down. Pass the turn. Well, our next goal is to get to 9 mana to entwine a Tooth and Nail. Hopefully before we lose to Lyra. Also, Vivian is good. Vivian kills Lyra. Opponent, Geist of Saint Traft. That does sort of speed up the clock. Opponent plays a tap land, gains a life. Goes to combat. Gets in with Lyra. Well, let's unmegamorph. Or unmegamorph. Get back Secure Tribe Elder. Drop to 11. Well, we don't have much time because of this Black Lotus Lyra. Play Secure Tribe Elder. Sack Secure Tribe Elder. Get a Forest. Ooh. Gain a life. Avacyn's Pilgrim. Forest. Ugin is potentially a way out. Alright. That is our hope. We're going to have enough mana. Alright, pass the turn. So pass the turn. Opponent's out of cards. I mean, we are going to lose our Ugin. But this hopefully is enough. We take 9 here down to 4. But then we Ugin. Wrath away the board. Opponent draws Council's Judgment. Plays a land. Tithe Taker on top. Gains a life. Opponent's going to Faith Fetters. So opponent gets to Faith Fetters and then Council's Judgment Ugin. And we're going to need to find one more land, I think, to entwine Tooth and Nail. That's where we're at. I don't think our opponent should even play this Faith Fetters, honestly. They can't win here. I think our opponent might be realizing that. No, they're still going to do it. Council's Judgment. Okay. Opponent voted for Courser. All right. We also have to vote for Courser. Opponent goes combat. Attacks with everything. Well, we block and... Actually, I guess we do... Oh, wait, that's 5. Oh, that's more damage than I thought. Actually, we might be in trouble now. Block and block. We take 11. I forgot about that Lyra. Ugh, that's actually bad. That means this Tithe Taker is going to be an issue. Opponent hits us to 2. Well, we'll see. We need the next card in our deck to be a land to entwine Tooth and Nail. Ugin. -5. Sweep the board. I guess our opponent... Yeah, our opponent can Faith Fetters and cast their 2-drop. So we need a land or at least a way to block. I mean, I guess that puts us in a decent spot. A land is great. A creature is great. As long as we don't have that many whiffs in our deck here. Opponent passes. Incubation Druid. Incubation Druid's decent. All right, big enough to block, and this also gets us to entwine Tooth and Nail, so our opponent needs to draw a removal spell off the top for Incubation Druid this turn. Opponent. No attacks. All right, we had a land. Well, let's entwine for 9 mana, we will take Sundering Titan and Scavenging Ooze. Put them both into play. Scavenging Ooze makes sure we don't die to a burn spell. It might seem counterintuitive compared to getting an Eldrazi, but... So we blow up a land, blow up a land, blow up a land, blow up a land. Pass the turn. About it. Plains. Last card. Signet. Sure. Well, I kind of do wish we kept our Rex Sage, but let's eat a Geist of St. Draft. Oh, yeah. Huh, we got to do that during our turn, don't we? Come on. Oh, my God. All right. That's a good draw. That's a very, very, very good draw. We have 11 mana. We will cast an Ulamog. Exile Faith's Fetters. Go to combat. Attack. Well, opponent's got to draw a bolt this turn. All right, that's it. No bolt, no bolt, no bolt. No bolt, no bolt, no bolt. Opponent. It's a lad. And that should be the game. Huh, all right. I mean, Black Lotus only put a Lyra into play, and Mono Green Ramp doing Mono Green Rampy things. Yeah, okay. Decent. We will take it. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Rough drafts time. We are vintage cubing still, and we're going to keep this. No 1-mana plays, but good God, do we get to start ramping turn 2, turn 3, hopefully. Well, we'll see. Not a super duper broken hand, but the problem is if our opponent can do something extremely broken, we're going to be in trouble. Ancestral, all right. Well, that's an issue for the future. Let's just Incubation Druid. In a perfect world, Incubation Druid lives. We untap Garruk, untap with Garruk for Sylvan Library, and then have Nissa for the next turn. All right. In a slightly less perfect world, Incubation Druid dies. Well, this is fine. We get to play Elvish Mystic, Sylvan Library, pass the turn. All right. All right, all right. You might get to draw cards, opponent, but so do we. Well, okay. Opponent can take one of our 2 Planeswalkers. Goes with Nissa. Probably a wise choice. Well, again. All right, Sylvan Library. Show us some goodies. 2 lands. Well, put on top. Pay 4 for the forest. Play the land. Play Garruk. Make a beast. Pass the turn. If Garruk lives, we get to Ugin next turn, which is pretty excellent. Opponent. Ancestral's coming down the following turn. Ready. Okay, sure. Plays a land. Gets in at our friend Garruk. We untap. We Sylvan Library. Yes, please. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Pay 4 life. Put on top. We're hitting a lot of lands. So play the land. Tap our lads. Untap 2 lands. Tap, tap, tap. Ugin. Shoot down. How do we want to do this? Shoot down the freebooter. Go to combat. Attack Duretti. Opponent blocks. All right. All right, all right, opponent. Hopefully those cards of yours are good. Opponent refills. We are pretty far ahead on board, though. Swamp. I mean, opponent's got to find a way to deal with Ugin, I think. Okay. Has a Murderous Rider and a Grim Monolith. Well, let's library. So put Sakura Tribe Elder on top. Pay 4 for survival. Play a forest. Nissa. Turn on a land. Play survival. Go to combat. Duretti. I wonder... Geez, we might be playing this awkwardly. It's possible that we should be... It's possible that we should just be attacking our opponent's face. They are at 12. Swamp for our opponent. You're going to need something good. Inferno Titan. Okay. That's good, but I don't think it's game-winning good. As long as Nissa stays on the battlefield. Okay. Ping, ping, ping. Sure. And there's a Murderous Rider. Yep. This is fine. Opponent cashes in. Sure. And passes. Well, we untap. We get to Sylvan Library. Put on top. Put on top. Play a land. Discard Sakura Tribe Elder. Get Ulamog. Tap, untap. Ooh, and opponent. Done. All right. Well, opponent drew cards. They did control-y stuff, but the Rat Plaid was just too good for them. Okay, so opponent's playing control. What do we want that's good against control? Sort of Fire and Ice does not seem like the worst. Maybe like sort of Fire and Ice Vivian? What do we not want though? Maybe we can go to maybe we can go on Primal Command. Although ramping into Primal Command is powerful. We still have not channeled a single time. We're just playing this like a very fair ramp deck, and so far it's been working. Let's go down the courser in this matchup, and do we want Sword? Do we need Sword? It is a nice backup plan, just to like stick it on a mana dork and go to town. It does get blown up. Alright, let's not go Sword. Let's just go Vivian. Run it like that. Alright, opponent! We're coming for you again. So far, so good for this deck. Sundering Titan was probably also in the conversation. Well, okay. Ramp into Planeswalkers, into Eldrazi. That looks like what our deck wants to do. Forest and Arbor Elf. Pass the turn. Opponent, Underground Sea, and Baleful Strix to draw a card. Well, play a land, Incubation Druid. Pass the turn. And now we get to see if our opponent has counters, because if they don't, this goes very well for us. And even if they do, like, we have a very powerful list of Planeswalkers here. Opponent, Thief of Sanity. Hits us for 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, untap. 5, 5. Vivian. Get rid of Thief of Sanity. Pass the turn. Doesn't ramp us, but I feel like getting hit by Thief of Sanity is pretty bad news. Opponent plays a land. And this might distract our opponent from killing our better Planeswalkers. And worst case, it keeps drawing us cards. Because it shouldn't just die here. Opponent combat. Gets it Vivian. Down to 1. Yeah. Is our opponent conceding? Okay, not yet. Opponent passes. Well, take up Vivian. Take Raphellos. Play a land. Play Garruk. Untap 2 lands. Opponent kills Garruk. Okay. We'll play Raphellos. Hit our opponent for 1. Alright, opponent. You need some more removal. Things are slipping away. Opponent needs something very good here. 4, 8, 9, 10. We have Hardcast Kozilek mana next turn if our opponent can't do anything. Wow. Takes the Incubation Druid. Sure. Well, let's tick up. 4, 8, 9. Take a forest. Play the forest. 10 mana. Kozilek. Draw some cards. Untap. Avacyn's Pilgrim. Good thing our opponent casts Control Magic on our 0-2 mana dork instead of our 12-12 annihilating Eldrazi. Although we have it covered multiple times with Rex Age and Primal Command. And alright, opponent. Things are not looking good. I'm kind of surprised they didn't take Raphellos, just because it taps for 5 mana. I mean, if our opponent really needs that mana for some reason, I guess it kind of... Nighthawk? Okay. Opponent's playing fairly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well then, let's think about this. Play a land. Play Nissa. Tap a land. Play Channel. And opponent! They're done! They're done! This turn was going to be insane. Insane. So Channel, we could add up to 19 mana. So what we could have done here, and there's so many things that we can do. So just to list off quickly what we could have done on this turn. We have another 10, 12, 14, 15 mana, plus Channel adding up to 18 mana. We would be able to Primal Command, tutor up another Eldrazi, cast another Eldrazi, get rid of whatever, then we'd be able to Den Protector to get back Primal Command, to tutor up whatever our next best creature is, cast that as well, then we'd be able to Reclamation Sage to kill Control Magic or Baleful Strix, getting back something else. Like the turn, we were just going to do it all. We were going to do literally it all that game, and okay, this deck is crushing people. We still haven't really channeled. Channel, I guess, was kind of the finisher here, but we still haven't just had the turn to, channel Eldrazi, we win. We got time. One more to go. Sweet, sweet. Yeah, let's see if we can keep it going. So far, this deck has been absolutely crushing people. I will say, we ended up in a position where we got, literally every green card. I don't think anyone else in our draft was taking green cards. So we managed to fall into a really, really open archetype, because we were getting, Garruk's just, wheeling with 3 cards in the pack and so forth, so... Yeah, alright. Not the most explosive hand, but Library's nice if the game goes long. Underground Sea for our opponent. Ooh, Raphellos. Where things could go poorly is if our opponent's storming. We don't have a lot of interaction for a storm-style deck. Island for our opponent. Demonic Tutor. That's normally a bad sign for our long-term health. Now, play a forest. Gotta go Refellos. Pass the turn. Yeah, let's see what our opponent tutored up. How busted is it? Okay, Ancestral. Pretty busted. Mountain. And removal. Sure. Well, we draw Sakura Tribe Elder. And let's just play Sakura Tribe Elder. Pass the turn. This is going a little slower than we'd like, but our opponent, I mean, Demonic Tutor into Ancestral into removal, they're off to a decent start here. Gonna need to find some big hitters eventually. Opponent. 7 cards in hand. Wheel of Fortune. I think we're pretty okay with this. Our hand was not exciting. Our new hand contains Channel. Wow, Brain Freeze discarded. Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting. Sack Sakura Tribe Elder. We'll see if our opponent has a counter here. We untap Arbor Elf. Alright, Channel. Pay some life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8, 9. Entwine Tooth and Nail. We're at 13. I think we just go Ulamog and Kozilek. But we put Terastodon and Ulamog into play. Terastodon cuts our opponent off of mana. This is greedy. But we're going for it. Kozilek. Draw some cards. And, alright. Pass the turn, opponent. Kill us if you can. We're at 4, so we don't die to a single lightning bolt. And that's the Channel game. That's what Channel can do. Opponent wheeled us into it, but that was good. Even Storm, we got a shot, apparently. Okay. I still think this is a scary matchup. Oh, we might have to go into blue in this one. We definitely want Sundering Titan. Blowing up mana is helpful. We can probably go down Courser. Incidental life gain. Channel was so good that game. Incidental life gain's kind of meh. Yeah, let's go Tropical Catacombs, Prismatic Vista, Remand, and do we want Lumbering Fall? We want Relic, I think. Relic. We get to cut 3 forests. Actually, 4 forests. Add a single island. And then what else do we cut from the main? Ramp is good. Ooze is good. Relic can be helpful. Maybe go down Card Draw Garrick and... Oh, we gotta cut 1 more of something. Maybe it's just Ugin. Ugin isn't great against Storm. Let's try it like that. Sneak the Remand into the deck. Add some Graveyard Hate. Yeah, okay. We'll try this. Will it be fast enough? That's a big question. We might actually end up getting a forest with our Prismatic Vista. Alright, opponent, let's do it. Island. Passes. Play a land. Play Arbor Elf. Pass the turn. Opponent. Mountain. And passing. Play Prismatic Vista. Tap, untap. Play Sakura Tribe Elder. Prismatic Vista. Get an island. Since we drew our Remand, play Relic of Progenitus. Pass the turn. Alright. This isn't bad. Opponent untaps. Island. And passing. Alright, well, crack Sakura Tribe Elder. Take a forest. Untap. Tap, untap. Play Sylvan Library. A little bit stuck on mana, though. We gotta leave up the Remand, I think. Pass the turn. Opponent. Island. We're still a lot of mana away from casting Eldrazi at the moment. Opponent. Passing. Alright, Library. Give us some goodies. Now, there's a forest. And Tooth and Nail forest. Well, let's... Tooth and Nail on top. We'll pay 4 for the forest. Play the forest. Tap, untap. Tap, tap. Green Sun Zenith. X2. Get Refellos. Pass the turn. Well, things get good next turn if this Refellos lives. And we have a Remand to hopefully not get stormed off this turn. Alright, about it. What you got? Oh, we're close to a 3-0-6-0 here with this green deck. About it. They gotta expect we have a counter. Or that we're bluffing a counter. Ooh, opponent's missing their land drop. Oh, goody. Okay. That's good. We untap. That's Terastodon. That's good. Sylvan Library. Put 2 forests on top. Play a forest. Add 8 mana, untap a forest. Cast Terastodon. And opposed scoops it up? Okay. And the kids are eating for sure. You do get a treasure chest for a 3-0, and that was not just a 3-0, that was a ridiculously dominant 3-0. We went 3-0, 6-0, and honestly, most of the games were not even especially close. We just absolutely stomped all over our opponents in that one. Well, let's open the treasure chest. Well, that's Vintage Cube. We might do another one, because I really love Vintage Cube, and I think it's super fun. So we might do another one in the future, but not a bad example of mono green ramp. Treasure chest gives us, ooh, okay. Well, we can't complain. We go 3-0 with an insane mono green deck, and then we open a polluted delta, which treasure chests are only like around 2 ticks right now, so 2.3, something like that. So polluted delta from Cons, 5 ticks, that's a win. That is definitely worth more than the treasure chest. Well, that's Vintage Cube. Stop it all over him with mono green, and that is a really good mono green deck. I think that has to be one of the better examples of mono green that I think we've had. It's got pretty much all you want, and that was partly because, I mean, even look at our sideboard. Not only do we have a very solid main deck, we have a ton, like, we had Vivian for control in the sideboard. We have a ton of stuff for creature matchups. We have Kitchen Finks for aggro and Garrick for aggro. So Relic for graveyard hate, Sundering Tide. Like, we have a wealth of sideboard options. And we have an insane main deck, and we crush people. We got basically every green card. I don't think anyone else was drafting green. And maybe most impressive of the deck is we won most of them fairly, quote unquote. At least like fairly based on what our deck could do. We didn't have any like turn 2 channel Eldrazi we win. We did channel a little bit like in the late game once, but for the most part, we played Mana Dorks, we played Planeswalkers, we tooth and nailed and Eldrazi and just went over the top, and it worked. It worked very well. Yeah, all right, sweet. Whew. Well, yeah, that was a good one. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.